this motel overlook the ocean?
Sure. This side overlooks the Pacific Ocean, and this side overlooks the Atlantic Ocean.
Hey, great. Can we have a couple of rooms, please?
Sure, sign here.
Ooh. How would you like it if someone wrote on your tummy?
Hey gang, Uncle Todd and Sonny here, and we're going back to the 70s and Saturday children's entertainment. Something I was quite the aficionado back in grade school. There was a show on ABC called, well, it started out as the Kroft Supershow with a fake band called Captain Cool and the Kongs. It was an hour long. There'd be some skits with the band. They'd do a song at one point, and then interspersed would be 3 short segments. You had Wonder Bug, which was about a beat up car that could turn into a souped up doom buggy. There was Dr. Shrinker, about a mad scientist who had shrunk 3 teenagers, and that show kind of went on a running battle between the two. And Electro Woman and Dyna Girl, which was a superhero show which would have kind of like Batman. It would be cut in 2 parts. You'd have one part one week, the second part the next week. Season 2, they still had some episodes of Wonder Bug, but they also they dropped the other 2 segments and went with The Lost Saucer, which is about 2 androids and 2 humans traveling around, kind of like a comedic Lost in Space, although Lost in Space was kind of comedic itself. Anyways, Magic Mongo, which was about a genie who traded out his harem pants, vest, and turban for khakis, Hawaiian shirt, and beach hat. More Wonder Bug, and Bigfoot and Wild Boy, which was like Electro Woman and Dyna Girl. It was an adventure show. This one was the only one that was actually filmed. The others were all videotaped. And be all kinds of adventures between Bigfoot and Wild Boy. Wild Boy was someone who was raised by Bigfoot, basically, you know, a la Tarzan. And again, that was in 2 parts. After that ended, Bigfoot and Wild Boy got adapted into their own show, which was standard half-hour, 1 adventure each week. And then, the next, following those 2 seasons, they revamped as the Kroft Superstar Hour with the Bay City Rollers, an actual band. And again, skits, music, and 3 segments. Magic Mongo continued, and then there was a Lost Island, which was sort of a Land of the Lost kind of thing. And what we're here to talk about today, Horror Hotel. Now, the ratings weren't that good for the Kroft Superstar, so they revamped it as the Bay City Rollers show, cut it down to a half hour, and only kept Horror Hotel, since that seemed to be the only one people liked. So, Horror Hotel. Since these segments are only about 10 minutes each, I'm going to do like 3. They did have a 2-parter, but I couldn't find the first half, which is a shame because it was one of my favorites. It had Dracula romancing Witchiepoo, and it had my favorite joke. "You're just my type." "Oh, what type is that?" "Oh." Anyway, Witchiepoo has opened up a hotel with some of the Kroft puppets. There's an owl, there's a bat, and I'm not sure what the other thing is. It's some kind of orange gargoyle-y thing. And they're currently chasing a ghost around because they don't want to upset the guests.
Aragundi again.
Oh, he's after us! Oh, help!
Oh, move over, Santa Claus! The ghost is back!
A witch's work is never done!
My mistake. It's a yellow spidery thing. And I think a turkey. Turkey or buzzard. Anyway. They finally capture him and throw him into the attic. Just in time, because they get a new guest arriving.
Is this Horror Hotel?
Yes, but come in anyway.
I am Lance Caldwell, Hollywood's greatest horror film director. I have come to use your hotel as the setting for my new movie, Ghost Encounters of the Weird Kind.
Seems our esteemed director wants to make a horror film at the hotel. So Witchiepoo calls all the staff over, and he likes them so much he hires them all to be extras. And then the apparently permanent resident at the hotel, Hoodoo, comes down to complain about all the noise.
Will you guys keep the noise down? You just woke me up from a beautiful nightmare.
You would be perfect for my new film. I must have you as my leading man.
So, everyone's hired except Witchiepoo. She makes mention that since he is going to have a witch in the film, and she is a witch, wouldn't she be the obvious choice? Sadly, he's already got his leading lady.
Eat Heather St. Clair.
You gotta be kidding.
Well, being a little upset about being cut out, and for such an unwitch-looking witch, Witchiepoo kind of messes with the scene that they're trying to film.
Being here in this place that I could just cry.
Dry your tears on this, lady.
Cut!
Oh, John, we're trapped in the desert. It must be 110 degrees.
I know, Priscilla, but though the sun beats down on us and our throats are parched, we must have courage.
Oh, John, for a drop of water.
Well, having had enough of her shenanigans, Witchiepoo is banished from the set. Whereupon, she finds the ghost, although still tied up, has managed to get out of the attic. She releases him and tells him to go to it. And he starts chasing everyone around the set. Until the director gets a good look at him.
Ace! Oh, Robert Redford is through. I found my new star. You've got to star in my new film, Ghost. You're perfect for the part.
Hey, what about me?
Sorry, those are the breaks.
And so, with his new star and his current leading lady, leave. And everyone's a little sad. But at least they got rid of the ghost. Next segment, the staff is a little worried. They had promised the guests a really good act for entertainment, and they're having trouble finding one.
Hello, Horror Hotel. We're only a fool to swim in the pool. Hello, Murray the agent. What do you got for old Witchiepoo? Oh, you cad. You're kidding. Oh, and they were my favorites.
Ooh, what happened?
Jekyll and Hyde broke up their act.
Oh,
I like that joke. Jekyll and Hyde broke up their act. Well, the talent agency can't help them. But then Hoodoo shows up, and he thinks he's got just the answer to their problem.
And now, here's Igor. Here he is, the King Kong of the the keyboard, Igor Strange.
Nice to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, same actor. He appeared in most of the horror hotel segments, usually as a different character. Of course, the act is dependent on Hoodoo being a comedian first, and then Igor comes out to play. So Witchiepoo decides to give them an audition.
Came up to me on the street the other day and said he hadn't had a bite in 3 weeks, so he bit me. Take my mummy, please.
Close to the microphone.
How far away should I be?
You got a car?
Witchiepoo! Witchiepoo! Witchiepoo, what are we gonna do? He is dying out there.
Promises, promises.
Promises. Well, they're in really big trouble now. But then a lucky accident happens. A vehicle breaks down outside.
Just tell me your names. I won't forget it.
We're the Bay City Rollers.
The Bay City Rollers? Wowee! Wait till all the guys in the candelabra factory hear about this.
Well, problem solved. Except the Rollers don't really want to play.
You perform in the second show tonight, or else.
Or else what?
Call him Mother. No. He held out for more money.
Given those choices, they decide to play the second show. Igor's not too happy when he overhears this, and vows they will not play. And so, he goes to reason with them, let's say.
Oh, you found it. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks for what?
For handing me the... Is that you, Alan?
This, of course, leads to a chase, and just like in the previous segment, they're really enamored of that Scooby-Doo in and out through the doors gag. Well, while that's going on, Hoodoo has his own plan to get rid of the Rollers.
One flash from this magic camera, and those infernal rollers will be transported to the dead forest.
The only problem is he needs to have somebody take the picture, because nobody would trust him. Who could he get? Who is dumb enough to fall for one of his schemes?
The deed. Stupid bat. Yes. I have a job for you.
Oh, good.
What do you know about photography?
Oh, photography? Nothing.
You'll do. I want you to take this camera and get a picture of our star act.
Oh.
While that's going on, the Bay City Rollers decide they don't want the gig. Igor can have it. Well, at this news, Igor and Hoodoo congratulate themselves, and Stupid Bat steps forward to get a picture for that night's act.
Excuse me, who are the stars of the show here?
We are.
Oh, good. Okay, now hold it, please, and say cheese.
No pictures, don't.
Here you go. Where do you go? I did it.
Outsmarted himself. Well, with those two in the forest, where Hoodoo's being chased by Igor, the Bay City Rollers now play, and everything ends happily. For our last segment, Witchiepoo's very excited. She's gotten a do-it-yourself man kit. She's going to make herself a husband. And Hoodoo, as usual, has complaints about his room.
Look at this sheet. It's full of holes, boy. And this pillow, it's hard as a rock.
I don't believe you, Voodoo.
Hoodoo. You don't, huh? Well, watch this.
those seem like legitimate complaints. Well, after he storms off, Witchiepoo is putting her man together.
Oh, misty spirits, hear my tones. Please arrange my husband's bones.
Oh my goodness.
Well, after adjusting his dial in the back, he comes to life, and first thing they do is they send him to take care of the ghost that's been bothering them, which he does off screen.
I wonder who's winning.
It's our winner, stupid.
Oh, yes. Listen how quiet. It means the fight's over.
Having vanquished the ghost, we then get a bit of comedy as he cleans up the downstairs and romances Witchiepoo. And then when Hoodoo comes back down to complain, he takes care of him too.
Gee, what's going on here? Oh, who's that? Oh,
That is Witchiepoo's husband. He's Witchiepoo's husband, that's what it is.
Oh, nice to meet you, fella.
Terrific. Boy.
Well, now Hoodoo is stuck doing his own housework in his room. But he tries to change the robot's programming. Mistake. Big mistake.
Oh, hey, look out there. Oh.
This is really bad. Because once he's done trashing the castle, he's not going to stop there.
Where is he going?
Oh, look, he's headed towards town.
And my goodness, he's tearing up the trees. And cars.
And people.
I wonder what's gotten into him.
A man needs a night out once in a while.
Of course, we all know what happens when a town gets invaded by a monster. That's right. Time to get the pitches and the torches and storm the castle.
The rock, there it is. Oh, there it is.
Why, the cheapy cheap. There's postage due on this rock.
Well, what does it say?
Come out at once. One at a time. With your hands up. Or else.
Or else what?
Or else we'll burn the hotel to the ground.
Well, before they can deal with that, the husband returns, and they're going to need a Deus Ex Machina to take care of him. Well, as Sean Connery said in Goldfinger, shocking. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, luckily that lightning struck when it did. Well, that's out of the way. Although, there's still the townspeople. But Witchiepoo knows how to handle a crowd of unruly men.
Is gone, and there is nothing to worry about, you simpletons. But, now that I'm left without a husband, I have become very eligible. So, if there are any men out there
Are you kidding, lady? You're ugly.
You scared them all away.
Somebody is wanting to get into trouble. Well, with the townspeople run off, Hoodoo goes back to complaining, and that's where it ends. I have a very nostalgic feeling for this show. I watched it as a kid, and I loved it. And even now, I still enjoy it. It's got some really good jokes in it, and it is good. It's good children's entertainment, as much of what was done back in the 70s live action comedies and cartoons and things, because they had the government's children advisory board that would have to go through all of the shows and make sure they were fit for kids. And a lot of them also had some lessons that they would put through, especially like the Filmations. This one not so much. It's just good, clean fun. Sorry about that. Could have sworn I was over my cold. Cat must have kicked up some dust. Anyway, of course, the star, Billy Hayes, who was reprising her role, Witchiepoo from HR Puffenstuff, is just hilarious. And she plays well off of both Paul Gale, who played Hoodoo, and Jay Robinson, who played the director and Igor Strange, and several other characters that would pop up throughout, like Dracula and Dr. Deathray, and a couple other things. And yeah, they all just play well off each other. They're old hands at this. I really like Jay Robinson. He was one of my favorite character actors from when I was a kid, because he would show up in all kinds of stuff, and I just loved his deliveries. He was Dr. Shrinker. He would appear on all kinds of TV shows, you know, $6 Million Man, and Hardy Boys, and all that. And he was always entertaining. And in the short-lived Cliffhanger show, he was in one of the segments of that, and actually played a good guy for once. Anyway, a lot of fun. They had other celebrity guests like Joe Namath popping up and getting chased around by Witchiepoo because she wants to marry him. And there's not really a lot we can say about this. It's just, you know, those little 10-minute segments, very much a kids show, but I think adults can enjoy it because there's no double entendre humor. You know, there's no humor that goes over the heads of children and then adults get, like you get in some shows, like first season of Adam West's Batman, and a lot of sexually charged stuff going on in that show. Anyhow, yeah, if you ever get the chance to see some of these, I would highly recommend them, especially if you want to show your kids. I think that small children would like it. I don't know about tweens and teenagers, but small kids might get a kick out of it. I did when I was a small kid. Please hit like, share, subscribe, and as always, stay after for my favorite scene.
Your problems are over.
Good. You're leaving.
Eat your heart out. I have found you an act for tonight. He's the world's greatest living organist.
Is he one of those organists that works with a monkey?
Do you see a monkey around here, huh?
I should have been ready to ask me that.